Hey everyone, I thought I'd start something new since my blogging juices don't seem to be flowing anymore. Um, and I thought I'd read to you. I've done a couple of short videos and they've been quite well received on Facebook. So I thought I'd start my own channel and read little excerpts for you. My preferred genre these days is romance. But I thought I'd start with perhaps my favourite passage from any book ever. I read this one when I was 15 or 16 or so. And while it's technically a Western, you can see where my love of romance comes from. I actually memorized part of this passage that I'm going to read to you in the hope that if I ever met a girl like the girl in this passage, I would remember these words and say them to her. I never did. You can say it cannot happen, but it does, and it did. Back along the road there had been girls. Lightly I'd loved and then passed on, but when I looked into the eyes of this girl, I knew there would be no going on for me. Not tomorrow or next year, nor 10 years from now, unless this girl rode with me. In 2 steps I was beside her, and the quick sound of my boots on the boardwalk turned her around sharply. I've nothing but a horse and the guns I wear, I said quickly, and I realized that my appearance is not one to arouse interest, let alone love. But this seemed the best time for you to meet the man you are to marry. The name is Matthew Brennan. Startled, as well she might be, it was a moment before she found words. They were angry words. Well, of all the egotistical, those are kind words. More true romances have begun with those words than with any others. Now, if you'll excuse me. I turned, put on my hat, and vaulting lightly over the rail, swung into the saddle. She was standing as she had been, staring at me, her eyes astonished, but no longer quite so angry as curious. Good afternoon. I lifted my hat. I'll call on you later. It was time to leave. Had I attempted to push the acquaintance further, I'd have gotten exactly nowhere. But now she would be curious, and there is no trait that women possess more fortunate for men. That's from Silver Canyon, written by Louis L'Amour. I'll put a link in the comments.